si todo lo que hago vende. Yo sé que no lo entienden, siéntense y observen. En mi equipo somos muchos y todos tenemos billetes. Si no lo tienes es que como Quevedo no le metes. Si quieren frontear, ya te tengo un montón. Pa' tú tengo un montón, pa' lo tengo un montón. La saqué del parque con un home run. Sergio está cabrón, Sergio está cabrón.
Dímelo Duki, Jason, Chili Gang, let's go, okay.
Ay, hace mucho que no te había visto. Si dices que no, pues no te insisto. Pero tengo que decirte, hoy te veo diferente. No sé por qué. Por fin te tengo de frente. Dime qué lo que.
Ey, ey, yo ando solito y tú no andas con él. Tranquila que yo no quiero volver, yo solo quiero darte las gracias por última vez.
Baby, lo nuestro fue algo bonito. Yo me acuerdo tú y yo de chamaquito. Si rompes el hielo, después yo lo derrito.
Tú estás fría como Denver, porque extrañas a Canelo. Te pillo contra la cuerda y te echo canelo. Baby, no estás en Charlo, pero en la Melo. Yo sé que estás con él, pero no me dan celo. Ahora veo que ese culo está más grande que ayer. Todavía tengo tu foto guardada en el cel. A veces pienso en lo que pudo ser. Pa' que te enamores, tú tienes al otro, baby. Ahora te voy a dar como se supone. Esto lo vamos a revivir. Pa' que te enamores, tú tienes al otro, baby. Ahora te voy a dar como se supone. Esto lo vamos a revivir. Hoy te veo diferente, no sé por qué. Por fin te tengo de frente. Dime qué es lo que.
Yo ando solito y tú no andas con él. Tranquila que yo no quiero volver. Yo solo quiero darte las gracias por última vez. Yo quiero agradecerte. Thank you, quiero chingarte. I wanna fuck you. Ay, sin decirte I love you. Quiero ver ese culo en point of view. Y tú sabes que el nene no se persea. Ay, yo te lo pongo donde sea. Mami, sé que me deseas. Las nubes fuego, cenizas quedan. Que tú me olvides no creo que pueda. Te hiciste un update, yo quiero una prueba. Tú siempre fuiste la nena, tú fuiste la beba.
Pero hoy te veo diferente, no sé por qué. Por fin te tengo de frente, dime qué es lo que. Ese culo está más grande que ayer, que ayer, que ayer.
Que yo quiero una prueba.
Ese culo está más grande, que más grande, que más grande que ayer, que ayer, que ayer, que ayer. Pa' que Elliott.
No quiero que la noche acabe sin antes probar cómo sabe tu piel y mi boca, que no quiere a otra. No pida que yo le baje, quiero bailarte apretadito, apretadito, bailando reggaetón apretadito, apretadito, apretadito más. Baby, no me trates de lejito, ya. Apretadito, apretadito, bailando reggaetón apretadito, apretadito, apretadito más. Bien pegado no estoy más nada.
Mami, pide lo que tú quieras, tú no estás con cualquiera. Ponte mi collar, te pagué con mi pulsera. Te llevo pa' mi gueto, pa' que tú veas cómo se baila apretadito y se perrea como Karol Bichota. No le hace caso a ningún idiota. Camina con estilo y rebota en la nalgota. Yo sé que no está dura, yo sé que está durota. Y siempre se botaba cuando le sube la nota. Ella es la number one del top 10. Todo lo que sube, lo sube en close friends. Siempre dice dame, yo le digo ten. Ella dice voy y digo ven y se lo hago rico, rico. Me gusta ese culito apretadito porque está bien rico, rico. Mami, si te lo quita, me lo quito.
Quiero bailarte apretadito, apretadito. Bailando reggaetón apretadito, apretadito, apretadito más. Baby, no me trates de lejito,
Apretadito, apretadito.
What's up everyone and welcome to Young the Moonshot's YouTube channel. Hope that you're all doing very well. We are going to update SHIB. We are going to see what we can expect on this one, which target we can look for if we have to do it from here. By the way, I didn't change it up because I did the thumbnail, but I didn't change this. No, absolutely not. It was this one normally. Perfect. So yeah, hope that you're all doing very well. I'm going to remove that, by the way. I don't need the music anymore. Alright, so I'm going to remove that music. Perfect. So, hope you hear me. Normally, yes. Let me check that really quickly. I'm going to restart everything, you know, I'm going to delete this count, just maybe keep this 5 ways, otherwise I'm going to delete everything. Maybe going to wait a bit for everyone to come, so I sent everything, yes, alright, perfect, so I think we're good. On Twitter too, perfect. Alright, live chat, perfect, perfect, everything is good, looks like. Alright, so yeah, really nice. I mean, this coin is really nice. I absolutely love that one. We pushed on the dip on with VIPs, was looking for, you know, all the way I was talking about SHIB already when we were there, and we pushed that on the bottom of the bottom here. I added more personally, so that's pretty cool. Took profit of course on that one, sold a bit of SHIB, but I'm looking to buy more, you know, because if we have to do a push down, I mean, if we do a wave down here on the whole crypto market, this will be a really good price to buy some assets, you know. So that's why we have to be ready for that. I'm going to do this because that was a long plan with VIPs. This aged well, by the way, because we played that for that move to the downside. We still boosted, we're still higher on this one. That's pretty crazy. Anyway, yeah, that was a buy zone I was looking for. Anyway. So that was more for trading. I'm going to remove everything. We're going to restart all of this. Okay, I'm just going to remove this. Yeah, let's go with. All right, perfect. By the way, if you have any question during this live stream, do not hesitate. That's a real pleasure for me to answer you, and otherwise we can do that at the end of the live stream. So we can start with this. So as always, I mean, this we have only, you know, a first move to the upside, first impulsive move. So normally this is a wave 1, 2. Okay, there is no real. I mean, it can be, for example, in A, B. Oh yeah, that's great. I forgot to change that. White and perfect. We can be still in some ABC float, some few stuff like this, you know. But I mean, this is less likely. We almost. Yeah, we got some space to go to the 0, but normally, you know, this is we have 5 ways here, so normally this cannot be, you know, an ABC like this, A, B, C. Now everything is possible, you have to know that. So normally this is an impulsive, and we are in a wave 2, and a wave 2 cannot break the wave 1 route. So normally you cannot go below that wave 1 route. This is the first thing you have to know. Okay. Now I'm going to go and show you these 5 ways to the upside first of all. Okay, we as always take the low, I mean the lowest price reach it here. Okay, just right there, if we can see it. Perfect. So we take the low here. Okay, that is the low on the RSI. We then take the first move on the RSI, wave 1, wave 2. I don't really like it. It can be also wave 1, 2 like this with a really crazy flat here, like an A, a B, and a C. Okay, we have the wave 2 right here on the bottom, normally here. Then we do the wave 3, okay, highest reach on the RSI, this is here, so we take this high. Then we have an A, B, C, D, E triangle appear more in a wave 4, so absolutely fine. We place the wave 4 at the end of the triangle, and here we go, pump it up for the wave 5, and we have the divergence from the wave 3 and 5, and this is what we want to see, okay. That's more for beginners, okay. I know that there is maybe some more advanced people are watching this right now, but it's really, I have to say that also for beginners. So if we have 5 ways here, what can that be? That can be an A, a B, and a C. Okay, zigzag. Otherwise, that's a wave 1, that's a wave 2, and we are more like in this normally because it's always like that on the market. Okay, so log. I like now to go on the log log view, but on SHIB it's too early, you know, to get this log, so that's not really the best. But anyway, you can maybe see better the 5 ways, you know, like the wave 1, 2, 3, or 5. Really a push to the upside in with 5 ways clearly. This may be a better view for you. You can see that better. I don't know. So now you have to know that a wave 2 retrace most of the time between the 50 and the 618. The thing is, we have 73% chance to stop here, except on bigger time frame. On a bigger time frame, we have a lot more chance to retrace, really more than this. Okay. So I'm going to show you now where we are at the moment. We hit the 78.6. Okay, this blue line here is a 78.6. So we have tapped already the 78.6. So we went below the the biggest percent chance to stop here. Okay, we have 73% chance to stop between the 50 here and the 618, 66%. Okay, so to speak, all between this. We went below that. And on the bigger time frame, it's absolutely normal. Okay, it's absolutely normal to go there. So we are going to see how to find the biggest support and resistance. I'm not going to go with exo charts, you know, for example, here to find the daily, monthly, weekly up of control, extra. It's gonna be too long otherwise. I'm going to stay, you know, with the most basic support and resistance, daily, monthly, weekly level. You know, not the naked path control levels, sessions, all the stuff like this, TPO. No, I don't really care. You know, it's really for more for investment, not really for trading now. So we really need the biggest level, clearly. Okay, not really more complex levels. We have to find an exo chart, extra. So yeah, so that's a wave 1, 2. Okay, we are in a wave 2 now. We are in the correction here. Of course, we have to check if that, I mean, on the, oh no, that's okay, by the way, because normally when we are starting the coin, when the coin starts, we have a wave 1, 2 like this, and the wave 2 breaks the wave 1 root, but this is normal. Okay, this is what we happen most of the time at the beginning. Now we don't have, so that's pretty cool. This is absolutely valid for the wave 1, 2. Okay, so anyway, now we are going to go on the monthly time frame to find, first of all, the monthly levels. Okay, so the biggest resistance we have on the market, right there. Have a monthly on the low here. We have a monthly on the very bottom of the very bottom here. Okay, that's pretty cool. We have a monthly there. By the way, we have 2 monthly here. We have another one right here on the top, already tapped, so not the best of the best, but anyway, this is still okay. Weekly, so here we have a monthly plus a weekly level. Okay, here we have a weekly tapped already, I guess. I don't know. Sorry. So with this way, you're going to find all of the biggest support and resistance on the market. Okay, so this is where you're going to be able to plan your next big target. Okay, this will give you confidence with your target. So this one isn't tapped yet. That one is tapped. That one is tapped. Not tapped, but there is a monthly, so that's cool. Here, this is the next weekly. Don't care about that one, to be honest with you. Now, do we have some daily level support here? All right, right there we have a daily. Don't really care about that one. We have a daily. I'm going to place only daily and tap daily, so really to get a stronger level on the market. Really not only because I can add, for example, this one, this having tapped 1 time. I can add this one, it having tapped so much time, so we don't care anymore. Here we have a weekly. Here we have another good daily. That one is tapped, that one is tapped, that one isn't tapped, and that one we're going to place only this one here. Yeah, it's good already. Now, you know, you do not need really to add daily levels. It's really more for day traders, the daily levels. Okay, now if you already add these ones, higher time frame levels, this is pretty cool. Okay, you're going to find your biggest support and resistance. You can also try to pull some fixed range, a few stuff like this. Now we're on Binance, so I don't really like the Binance. I'm going to check down Bybit if I can. That's sick. All right, we're going to stay on Binance. So the path control is here. Okay, path control. This is useful because this fixed range here is going to give you the path control. Okay, so where you got the most biggest trade in volume, where you got your value area low and your value area high. Okay, these levels can act as support or resistance. Now, don't really like to use down Binance, to be honest. But yeah, we're on the path control at the moment, so that's why we're a bit sideways, because this is where we have the most biggest traded volume. All right, so now we have the wave 1, we have the wave 2. Okay, the cool thing is on the bigger time frame, most of the time on the first wave 1, 2, or when you're in a wave 1, 2, if you check out what we do most of the time, okay, we're going to check and see that together. Okay, we're going to see what we retrace, okay, on the in a wave 2, so that we can expect a bit where we can look for a buy clearly, because here this is already low for SHIB, okay. I don't know if we go, for example, on Ethereum. Let's go with this. For example, let's take this first one, okay. That's a wave 1-2, for example, okay. So we take the SHIB retracement, put it from the high to the low, boom, we do a 90% retracement and more, okay. So that's why, as you can see on the bigger time frame, we do some really big retracement for wave 2. If now we go, for example, on Cardano, I don't know if I have some wave on this one. These are all waves, by the way. Where is the first wave 1-2 here? There is no real big wave 1-2, or maybe yes there is, but going to take this one, but the problem is, do we have some nice wave 1-2 here? Because that one is cool. This is not a really nice example. That one maybe more XRP. Yeah, here we go. That's, for example, a wave 1-2 on XRP. Okay, so we just have to drag the tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 bottom. Okay. Alright, anyway, I'm going to remove that magnet here. As you can see, we go below the 90%, so it's absolutely fine if we go below the 90%. As you can see, this is absolutely normal, if we can say it, on a bigger time frame. Now, of course, it's not this kind of wave 1-2. This one is a bit bigger in terms of time, but we can still check, you know, in Unino, BNB, Binance Coin, let's go. For example, that's a wave 1-2. Okay, as you can see here, we retrace almost 100%. So that's why you can see on the first big wave 1-2 like this, we almost retrace 90%. So this gives us already an idea of where we can look for a buy if we play with the most, with the most common wave 1-2. Okay, so as you can see, this will bring us around, first of all, we can say around the 90% here. Okay, 85-90%, so to speak. If we go below these lows we have done, clearly this is a good target. This is a good zone for a buy. Okay, clearly this will be, that will be an insane price here, really, and we can still go a bit below. Now the important thing we can do is to, because we do not have any support there, so as you can see, if we start losing this monthly, really go more down, this is not really good. Now maybe we're going to go through the time, going to go really quickly, create some new monthly, some stuff like this. We're maybe going to get that, but for now we do not have a lot of support, as you can see here. So that's why this is not the best of the best for a target. So maybe we're going to stay here and range bound, just be sideways, you know, around the monthly, maybe fake the dump, reclaim extra, some few stuff like this. This is possible. Otherwise we can really look, as you can see here, if we really have to jump from here, we can just look for the monthly below here, and this will be a really really big move to the downside here, as you can see. That's why do we have some daily, by the way? Just wanted to check if we have some daily. That will be good for the last support, but we don't have a daily. No, we don't have any daily. And weekly too, no. Okay, so yeah, that will be a nice move to the downside here. Now the important thing also is to do the wave count into the correction. Okay, so I don't remember what we was. I'm just going to place it like this. It was ABC zigzag here, perfect. So we can get these targets here, 30.2, perfect, 66. All right, here we go. So this is really, if we take the low, you know, exactly the same on Bitcoin. A high probability scenario is because we just to take the low, the big low we have done, so to speak. For example, here, this chart are pretty there's a lot of stuff on this chart. It's pretty crazy. Just going to delete everything. All right, perfect. These are really old charts. So anyway, here, as you can see, we have a high. Okay, we have a high. What we did here, we took the high, we turn make everyone bullish here, and once we have done this, when we just dump the price. So here, if we think about the exact same thing, that will be pretty insane. We can just look for something like this. We take the low, we turn everyone bearish, and we just pump it up. So if we think about something like this, the idea, okay, to just rect as max as possible, as much people as possible, we can think maybe about the same. We just take the current low here, go into the buys targets here, and pump it up. All depends over the wave count. If we have to do the last push down directly here, we're going to be able to find some extension targets here. Okay, before to do that, the wave count here I was a possible WXYXZ. Okay, so that's not the most easiest pattern. I agree. I'm going to show you that. So how it was placed, it was like normally a W. Let me check the smaller wave count. Have to see the smaller wave count. So We got a first move to the downside here, a correction. Alright, triple wave here, it was a truncated, right? I don't remember exactly that one. Yeah, normally. So first wave, second wave, third wave down here. So to speak, normally we have something like this. Even if that one is higher, if I'm not mistaken, this was when I did the count here, it was a truncated wave, a third wave. So I'm going to pull a FIB just to verify that if targets match with this, but perfect. We will stop it on the 120 extension. That's pretty nice. Maybe if you place it like this, right 23. That's also a nice one. Do we have an invalidation with this? Like this. Alright, it was maybe a really quick move to the upside. I don't remember. I really have to check the smaller wave count to determine this. But I mean, it's not really a problem, to be honest with you, because if that's a wave, we have done the first wave normally here. Okay. That's not a problem. And the thing is, on a lot of crypto, we are almost in the same pattern, so to speak, a WXYXZ. I mean, this looks like a WXYXZ. For example, here we can still be in the, we have done the WXY, for example, here, and we are in the X wave, in the second X, and we're going to do the Z after that. This is also possible. We have done the X here, and we are in the Z wave already. There are some different possibilities, but when we start to be in the correction wave, there is a lot of possibilities. Okay, but now we are going to play that, so I'm going to place it here, W, X, Y, X, and Z. Normally I was with this first of all. Now we are maybe going to change that because I didn't update this count for a while, because I just planned my target. We just check it really quickly, some possible longs here. So we're going to do that directly. So here, 100% here. Do we have something with a 1618 here? Okay, possible WXY like this. X have to reach. Oh yeah, but by the way, no. Y, X, and Z here. And normally I'm not doing it like this. You know, normally I check the smaller wave count, but I think it's gonna be really too long if I start to do this, because this is a really long correction. So maybe going to be a bit long if I'm start doing this. Triple wave down to the I will place it more like this, to be honest with you, like Z. And after that, do we have some 3-point retracement? I think no. Oops. Retracement are extremely important when you're in the WXYZ, because an X wave have to retrace minimum 38.2. You have to know that to be valid. So that's why it's important to check the retracement from different targets here. So for example, here 38.2 is pretty cool. So maybe more like this, but the problem is the target for that one. Look. Can match, by the way, can match, but yeah, by the way, this was not well placed, so no. Oops. WXY to X and Z. Alright, let's try this one, WXYZ. But normally the problem is, because if that's, for example, we have done already, in case we have done the WXY, for example, X and Z, something like this, okay, maybe the X more here and Z to be valid with the 38.2. Problem is, if we have done this, we are now normally bullish. Okay, we have to be bullish, because if we have done the pattern here, we have to be bullish. Otherwise, we can think about a bigger patterns, for example, a bigger WXY, okay? Or what I was saying before, we have the WXY, for example, and we're in the second X, and we're going to pull down for a D, okay? All depends if we have a possible impulsive here. If we have an impulsive here, this is more like a wave 1, 2, okay? So it's maybe better to start with that, because I don't remember the count I got exactly here. Maybe I did that, by the way, on. By the way, we just broken that channel, pretty cool. Where is this? If I can find just the WXYZ, I place it here. I don't have that one here. Do I have this one? I think no. Maybe here I removed the waves. No. Alright, if I can find that, it will be cool. Anyway, not a problem. Most important is to check if this is 38.2 or not. So for example, here yes, here no, and after that no. So normally this cannot be a second X, except if we're here, except if I've done a high here. So WXY like this. Okay, we possibly have done another thing here. So triple wave, possibly a bigger triple wave here. So in that case, we'll have a triple wave here after that. Does it match for so to speak? I was thinking about possible triple wave like this. So we have a bigger triple wave. In that case, that gives us another triple wave WXY. The problem is X here have to retrace 30/2. So that's why we're going to check that. Does it retrace 30/2? No. So this is not possible. That's pretty annoying. I deleted the count. I deleted the count I got before. So maybe if I check the smaller wave here, we can get something. All right, place it. Okay, so yeah, the WXY here was well placed at the beginning. WXY, yeah, here I remember that we got 5 ways to the downside. We was looking for these 5 ways when we was looking for a possible long here. Then got this triple wave retracement. So here we'll have a first triple wave down. That's why I was with the WXY XZ like this, first of all. Just going to remove all of this. Oops, not this. Right, this. Okay, perfect. So WXY X here, and then I was looking for this. That's why this is pretty crazy. Maybe a Z more like that, by the way. All right, let's try now with the Fibonacci extension. So WXY I said here. No, by the way, the Y is here. What the fuck is this? And the Z here. XY 120 extension. That's why this one was really nice. I remember this one. You will feel along on that one, if I'm not mistaken. With this C wave, I remember this C wave here to the downside. Then the X retracement. So we have a 100% extension here. That's pretty cool. And then we have, oh, by the way, maybe tap the 1618 here. Just going to remove these levels here. This is pretty bad. With this. All right. This one is not tapped. So for example, we can still be in the Z wave. That would be a crazy huge WXY to the downside here. To be honest with you, that one would be really insane. For example, it become really more complex if we're in this, because if we're in the Z wave here, it means that we can be in a lot of patterns possible. So for example, a WXY, X and Z. This is possible in Z wave because as you can see here, that will give us the bison we were talking about before, because that will be the maximum target here we can reach. So if we're in this, let me check that really quickly, because that will be the only thing really that will make sense with the retracement. Otherwise possible leading here, but I mean it doesn't really make sense to get a leading here. So no, for example, I would think about more an A, B, C zigzag. In that case, you know, an A, B and a C, because the B wave can retrace absolutely everything less than 30/2, so it's absolutely fine. But the problem is it doesn't really make sense. So maybe more WXY like this, and we're in the Z with a WXY like this in the Z wave. Now we have to check that with target, of course. Going to chant that with what is this? All right, let's chant this. Let's turn this to red, for example. All right, let's try this one. Let's go on to 8 hours now. So, all right, first of all, why is this retracement here? Perfect, 618, 66%, pretty nice. If we pull a fib like this gives us a nice 123, perfect. And I think we have something here. Targets are really well respected on that one. XY here, perfect. And after that, we have the second X, so that retrace 30/2 here, okay, normally. And even more, by the way, almost 50%, is pretty cool. So here, if we, I mean, this will be a crazy correction if we're in this. So these are all of the next target. Clearly, if we have to look for lower, okay, you can just add the C targets here. We have one target in the buy zone we are looking at, and normally the 100% here will bring us for a double bottom. So as you can see here, if we're in this wave, we will stop below the low we have done here. Okay, we'll stop below, take the low, and pump it up. Okay, such as the scenario I was talking about on Bitcoin. Otherwise, we can look for a double bottom from the very bottom of the very bottom here. So it's maybe very low. Now to add a bit more of confluence, because I don't really like, you know, to be honest with you, when for example I'm doing some analysis for me for my personal investment, I'm showing also on the website for investors. I'm not doing that way. I'm doing that way, but in addition to that, I'm just checking also at the last wave, okay, so I can find some better targets and high probability trades bones, because we have a lot. I mean, we can get some confidence, such as a monthly a bit below, some few stuff like that, a daily, or a strong, for example, a strong path control, some few stuff like this. And if you add your extension tool from the high to the low to the high here, from of this last wave here, you're going to find your extension of this move down, okay, and you're going to find, and you're going to see where you can get a nice bounce. Clearly, for example, if you have a monthly on the 1-to-1 extension, the 1-to-1 extension is something really common, so you're maybe going to expect a bounce if the smaller wave is following, for example, okay. In that case, you're going to buy the asset and check for your next levels to be hit to sell, okay, if it's for the short term. Otherwise, this is also good for trading, by the way. But yeah, this will be the first one, so that will be really inside the buy zone we planned here. Otherwise, we can really look for, but I mean, yeah, this match also, by the way, with the higher time frame levels. As you can see here, we have, if we do not fake the dump, we can look towards the monthly level here clearly, okay. If we do not take the low and pump it up, okay, we can look towards this monthly clearly. So now, in that case, we'll have a triple one in the last wave. I'm going to stay maybe with this wave count, because I don't know, I'm going to stay with this wave count. Another one looks really, I mean, an ABC zigzag here, for example, we will get a crazy leading here, and maybe a leading, you know, because a leading, it's like a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Normally it's a wedge. Here, do you see a wedge? No, okay. More of this, normally the leading is a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, triple waves, 5 waves, triple waves, 5 waves. In very, very, very rare case, it can be like an ending, okay? So it's a triple wave, a triple wave, a triple wave, a triple wave, a triple wave. If you count the number of waves, we have 5 waves. In a double XY, XZ, we have 5 waves too. So that's why this sometimes can be a bit, can confuse you, but anyway. So yeah, now we can pull the fib from the first high here, okay. I'm going to add back these levels, perfect. So first of all, what we have done here, right, went right into the 61866% here. That's pretty cool. We have a weekly buy zone confidence. We also have a nice zone of resistance if we have to push higher, okay. Right here, we can also add the 70x6, for example, here if we have to push higher. Two zone where we can look for something. Now this 61866% has already been tapped. It's not really relevant, but yeah, the weekly is still not tapped normally. So this is still a good zone to look for a short. I'm not saying too short here, but if you have to go high here, if on the order flow you have some good data, this can be a good short to take, for example, okay. By the way, it is difficult with this coin. Yeah, it's really, when you start, you know, to be in the correction waves, there is just so much possibilities, and it becomes really, really more complex. And this is why this kind of level, like the monthly, weekly, all the level like this, path control, weekly naked path control, monthly naked path control, all the bigger levels of the market, path control, by the way, if you put a fixed run. So all of these levels are extremely important, because you're going to find some really, really strong support and some really strong resistance. So even if you don't have the exact wave count, you're going to be able to recognize where you have to buy. So that's why this is pretty insane. Of course, if you have the right count, this is much better. But anyway, so here this is really the first resistance to speak before. I mean, before, of course, we have this monthly level, but as you can see here, this is not really well respected, so we don't really care about that one. Going to delete it, by the way. So that will be the first possible zone to look for a short, okay. If I have to look for higher, 70x6, but we do not have a lot of confidence with that. Maybe we can pull a fixed range here. If I can load, oh my god, what is this template? All right, perfect. Here we go. Yeah, nothing crazy. The monthly is a good level, because we have the value area low on the monthly too, and possibly that would be maybe a bit too low. Yeah, we have the 70x6, so that's also a nice zone. Yeah, what we planned clearly, what we planned with VIPs, we bought a dip here on SHIB here. We feel the long on the exact low of the exact low. This is the target we planned, so that's pretty cool. And went right into the, I mean, almost into the weekly levels. That's pretty nice. Now, if we have to do, for example, the D wave, and we have to go more down, so to speak, we have to do this. We're going to see after that the smaller wave count of this move to the upside to see if that's a possible wave 1, 2, okay, or yeah, this is valid on the RSI. But first of all, I want to check this right here. All right, perfect. Sorry. Alright, so here, what do we have? We have, first of all, the 618 here that will result to a truncated wave, so to speak, where what I draw you, we start before the pre-slow, so this is really less likely. Okay, so I'm going to delete this 618. If we have to look for lower, we have the 1-to-1 extension that is right into the green square we was looking for before. Okay, now really be careful here. We have to see that we reclaim the pre-slow, we get acceptance, high, extra, to really say, hey, that's more bullish and bearish now. But until we do, I mean, if we do not reclaim, this is not time to buy here, of course. Okay, so to speak, if we do this and continue the way down, of course we're going to look, for example, for the 123s and 161 point, and if we continue to go down here, of course the monthly level here. Okay, but if we do this, and this is not maybe the good time to buy, you know, it's maybe more if we do something like this, and once we start to reclaim everything, we start getting, for example, some bullish waves, some few stuff like this here. Yes, maybe, okay, possibly, I mean, maybe no, it's time to buy clearly. Because I mean, you cannot really go more down after that, so that's why this is pretty cool. So anyway, I was with this triple wave. Yeah, I mean, we have a lot of extension targets here, to be honest with you. Oops. That's pretty cool. We have a lot of confluence, you know, all inside this green square here, so that's pretty nice. This will be a nice zone for a buy, I think. All depends also on the wave count we are going to do, of course. All depends on the wave count here, of course, we're going to do, but this, we have a lot of confluence there. But the problem is we do not have big support there, so that's why this took a lot, because we do not have big support. So we only buy if we do this, okay, if we fake the dump and reclaim. Otherwise, we wait for maybe the 123 to be tapped, to be hit, something like this, or otherwise we can look for lower. Okay, but when I'm saying, you know, we fake the dump, we can spend some days, maybe some weeks, and after that reclaim, you know, it's maybe not like a quick move like this. Okay, I have to understand that. That's pretty cool. Okay, that's pretty nice. We have a nice target here. Otherwise we can look clearly for the monthly here, so really the low, the bottom of the bottom. Okay, the bottom of the bottom of the bottom here. These are the two big buy zone, I would say, and this one, as I said, only if we do this and we reclaim. Okay, otherwise there is nothing here. But I mean, you cannot really go more down, to be honest with you, but still. Okay, we are dumping a bit, or what is happening right now? Have some Bybit notifications. Yes, we're on the right chart here. All right, pretty nice. Oh, this is oh my god, yeah. Wait, this is because I was looking for. Well, I'm just moving a bit really quickly on Bitcoin, because I was looking for a possible 5 ways this morning here. If I go on the 5 minute, for example, here I was looking for a possible 5 ways. Really be careful with these 5 ways, but this can be a possible wave 1, 2. I mean, we bought the dip with VIPs here, you know, we got a possible leading here. I say to VIPs we have a possible leading here. Let's go for a leading, and we did the leading, by the way. Let me check that. Let's try the leading here, looking for the leading on the very bottom. And this is what we have done possibly inside. So possibly more an A, B, C zigzag to the upside here. Otherwise, this looks more like 5 ways, also to the upside here. Going to try to pull the fib here, perfect. So 28% here, okay. And what we have done on the wave, all right, 100%. This looks good for 5 ways here, to be honest. We have, I mean, be careful, because we are talking about the 5 minute here. So this, we have 5 ways. This can be also a WXYZ, because you place the extension tool the exact same way. So really be careful. For example, here we have possibly more a triple wave than a wave 1, 2, 3, or 5. So that's why really be careful. Now maybe if you go on the 1 minute, we have a possible ending. For example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Possible 2. Okay, so now we can look for a B wave or for a wave 1, 2 here, so to speak, something like this B wave, and here we go wave 3. Maybe we can find some more confluence with some sessions. We have absolutely nothing. Do we have a TPO? I don't remember here. No, we do not have any new TPO. Daily naked path control. Okay, nothing crazy here, so we can pray for the fib to hold clearly here. This one here, okay. If we're in a B wave, we can look for the 38.2 here and 6.8, 66%. Otherwise, yeah, if we're in a wave 2, as I said at the beginning of the live stream, we'll have more chance to retrace between the 50 and the 6.8 here, okay. So between the green line here and the 6.8, 66% here is the yellow lines, okay. So we'll see which one plays out here. If that's what, and even by the way, I mean, this is maybe a double XY, so that's why really be careful, because we do not have a lot of confluence. So that's why be careful trying to long something here. Just want to check really quickly on the order flow. What do we have here? We have a bearish divergence, we have absorption here. Perfect, that's pretty nice. I missed that short, it's like a lot, but anyway. Alright. Tons of shorts opening here. Really strong move to the upside. This one, except if we have absorption, and we got absorption from this highs to this highs here, so that's pretty cool. And then we go maybe on the 1 minute here, some more stuff bearish. Nothing crazy, to be honest with you, before to drop, so I was maybe really some aggressive entries to take here. Yeah, pretty aggressive entries. Targeting some bit of longs here. Ah, but yeah, by the way, we have the view, so I completely forgot that one. Alright, so let's wait for these 5 ways to see what is going to plays out. Perfect. So anyway, here we was talking about this. We was looking at this zone here, okay? All of this right here. Now we are going to check if this move to the upside here is an impulsive or not, because if that's an impulsive, this may be more likely a wave 1, a wave 2, and we're going to push high and we're not going to go more down. So that's why with, I mean, we planted some targets all the way down here, and then we already bullish on the lows here with VIP. So that's why, I mean, I didn't boost a lot, to be honest with you, because I already boosted a lot and more down, so it's not really useful to average the price higher and higher and higher. I'm waiting to see if we draw on Bitcoin. If we draw on Bitcoin, normally it should follow. So that's why I'm more playing some trades more down. In case we have to go more down, I can buy a bit more low here. Otherwise, I will see if this is bullish or not. So here, what do we have? First of all, let's go on the 5 minutes here. If I can go and get the data on this. Gonna be a bit long to find that. Perfect. Oh yeah, remember now we have some possible 5 ways here. Okay. Right, 23. Not the best for a wave 3. I mean, that's not a target normally for a wave 3. It will be a truncated, yeah, sometimes, you know, in the wave 1 we can get some really forget 5 ways, so I would not be surprised, but possible wave 1 to here, 1 to here. I mean, we of course have a wave 1 to here because that's a massive move to the upside. So for example, here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but it can be maybe more for an A, B, C. Okay, because as you can see here, after that we do not have like the wave 4 and the wave 5 really. Oh, that's a truncated, so not the best. 20% here, pretty cool, and 20%, that's not the best one, to be honest, on that one too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, perfect. We have everything we want here. Do we have on a bigger time frame here something a bit better? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this looks a bit more like a triple wave. Do we have a possible A, B, C, D, E? Alright, no, maybe more like this. That's a really ugly one, that one. I'm not going to lie, this one is pretty ugly. Maybe more like that. Don't really like it still, but anyway. And if we pull a fib, oh shit. Alright, perfect. So if we pull a fib here, it will result more to an extension here on that one. Because, I mean, there is no real... We can be sadly in a wave 5. For example, we have done a wave. There will be a crazy impulsive here, but anyway, everything is possible. If we're in an impulsive here, that will be something with a truncated wave 5. Now, I don't really think so, but this is still possible. I'm just going to check this extension. Okay, pretty cool. And if we have this here, yeah, this is possible. This is possible. Really less likely, but still possible. For example, here we have a wave 1, a wave 2, 3, a wave 4 like this, 5, or a wave 4 with a triple wave, and then the wave 5 here. With, in that case, if we're here with, as you can see here, the 618 first target of the wave 5 reach it, and if we place it here, this will be exactly the same if that's not wave 5. Oops. Here, but that's wave 5 here. Okay, we have tapped also the first target 618 here, so that's why this is pretty annoying. This can be 5 ways, but only with a truncated, otherwise this is not, and a truncated is less likely. So I would say directly like this, no, but everything is possible. You have to know that. Okay, really important. I'm just going to pull this FIB here. Perfect. So we have this monthly here. That one we don't really care anymore. Yeah, we have the monthly right between the 50 and 618 here. So that can be something here to look for a possible long. But yeah, here, I mean, yeah, 5 ways. This is possible, but less likely because the wave 5 have really a crazy low chance to be truncated. So that's why everything is possible, but in terms of probability, this is less likely. So that's why we'll still be inside this double XYZ. And now if we have to push high, we have to push higher, and we plant some turrets here to buy, so that's absolutely no problem. Now, just in case we have to go more down, we are ready to check at the, I mean, that's a really big zone. I'm not going to lie, it's a very big zone we plant here. But for maybe better or accurate targets, we can look for the 1-to-1 extension here. If we do not, for example, I mean, if we redrop from here, we do not break the previous high. Otherwise, we're going to be we will need to higher the third a bit, and it's going to higher target also. Okay, so that's why for now, if we stay like this, we can maybe think more about the 100%, the 1-to-1 extension here, and the 123. Now, really be careful because we do not have major support on this level. So that's why these are not the best zone of the best zone, to be honest. And yeah, if you start breaking the previous low, we have to reclaim after that. Otherwise, we can normally look for the monthly, okay? Or do something like we lose everything, we turn everyone bearish here, so everyone is going to short here, okay? And once everyone shorted here, we normally want to see absorption on the market. So absorption, what is this? It's when you have market order shorts coming in, for example here, and you have limited order longs that absorb these market order shorts coming in. So this will be, you will see that this absorption, for example, on XO charts on the CVD here, for example, what I was saying before here, on the chart, you can see here we have a high, high on the CVD here, the delta bars here, we have a high, a low high, we have a divergence here because we have some new longs coming in, so not crazy amounts here, but anyway, and we have some limited order shorts here that absorb these market order longs. And at the end, we bring the price back down. So if we start getting this on the low, this is pretty cool because this will be a reversal and this will become bullish after that, okay? That's why it depends also on the data we're going to create here on the low. But yeah, these are the two accurate targets if we can say that for now. And now if we have to push a bit higher, it's going to be a bit higher too, okay? And if we really have to lose all of this, we can just look towards the 1618 here clearly. Simple as that. So all depends on the small wave we're going to do and the data we're going to be on the low. Now, I want to check something with you for the future of the coin, so to speak, the extension we can find for the wave 3, okay? Because yes, we can predict that already. I mean, we can approximately because we do not have the very bottom of the very bottom, okay? Now, I'm going to do the work with the bottom we have done right now, okay? So I'm just going to take this wave 2 here if I can. All right, perfect. Right here, I'm going to chant that something maybe more green, perfect. Pretty cool. So we have the big wave 1 here, the big wave 2. We are going to say that we're going to stop on, by the way, I'm going to remove all of this because this is really ugly to get all of these extensions here. Okay, 123, 20% here, perfect. Yups, right there. And here we can look for this 20%, 1618. Perfect, here we go. That's a bit better now. So we can pull a fib as always to find the wave 3. Just have to place the extension tool from the wave 1 root to the wave 1 top to the wave 2 bottom. So for now, I'm going to take the low we have done. Okay, the current low we have done. Yups. Right there. I'm going to place this like maybe. That's maybe a bit too much. Well, that's okay. So normally the wave 3 have more chance to go minimum to the 1618. So to speak, normally we should see a price around 0.0001 15. Okay, that will be the wave 3 top. Then all depends on the retracement we're going to do here. The rule for the retracement, you know, when bigger the wave 2 is, smaller the wave 4 is gonna be. On the bigger time frame, this is not really this. That's why for now, if we stick to the rule, the Elliott wave rule, okay. All right, perfect. We're on the monthly level. Is there something to take here? What the fuck? All right. Yeah, we have some nice decreasing of interest here while moving to the downside. So that's pretty cool. This is data we want to long something. Now we have to wait for the demand to come in. Okay, and this day I'm really aggressive with my entries, so I mean it depends on the trade. For example, on the low here, I jump in with like I mean, this was because we planned everything. You know, we have some plans. This weekly here was a really strong level, and I was untapped for weeks and weeks. And this was all because we got the plan. We got the plan and was ready for this level to be hit, and everyone in VIP was waiting for the weekly to be hit here. So once we have hit that one, I said, hey, there is nothing to. I mean, there is why I would not jump with. I mean, this is in the plan. Everything is planned. So why I would not take a big long here? So I feel a long here is 50% of my wallet, because of course data was good. Otherwise, I will not do that at all. And because this is a plan, I do not recommend you to do this. And X50, that was pretty crazy to see this move to the upside. It was pretty insane. And I go stop it out, re-enter, I feel another long here and pump it after that again. So it's pretty crazy. And we have seen also this, we just backed at 66% before to push higher. So if you missed the first touch here, we got a second retest and a third possible long opportunity here before to move to the upside. And now as you can see, we're on the low of the channel here. So it's pretty cool with the monthly level. If we have some shorts coming in here now, we want to see absorption on the market to try to long something. If we do not have absorption, there is no long to take, simple as that. Okay, so anyway, let's go back on SHIB here. So to speak here, was looking for that one. Okay, so we can expect normally after this kind of retracement, okay, to do a 23.6, sorry, right here. So normally we should not go to the 30.2. The second red line here is the 30.2. The first one is the 23.6. So normally we expect the price to go there because the wave 2 sorry is big. When the wave 2 is big, the wave 4 is smaller. And so to speak, we go normally on the 23.6. So now what we can do here is just to pull a fib on the wave 4 bottom here. Okay, going to add this wave so we can see that better. And normally the price, except if it was the 618 before, that is possible. Yeah, so we can normally think about something that is going to reach this price. I'm not going to say it because I don't know how to say the 000. You just read this, okay? And otherwise we can look for the, I mean, if we have to take with the low we have done now, this will be the first target for the long term on SHIB, okay? To look for sell, okay, for sell target. Now, if we go more down, of course, okay, if we go more down on the wave 2, it's going to lower a bit the wave 3, so it's going to lower a bit the wave 4, and going to lower a bit the target. Okay, now for now it's with the low we have done. Normally this is the first target which will reach. Next we can think about the 100% of the extension tool, and the thing is, these are the targets for now. Also, if and only if we stop on the 1618, because keep in mind that we still have the 200% for the wave 3 as a target, we still have the 261 point for the wave 3 as a target, we still have the 423.6 and an extension, so re-pump it up and re-brick everything. So for now it's if we play with the most common Elliott waves target on the bigger time frame, this is most of the time not respected, but just to give you an idea of what we can reach here. Okay, so anyway, let's just continue with that. This will be the first target. Okay, this will be the second one, this will be the third one here, and this will be the not here, this will be the last one. Okay, so full target here for SHIB clearly. So the really good price, you can see if you check the price where we are at the moment. That's a pretty crazy price we have on the top here. So really, I mean, we are really on the low of the low here. If you see this perspective here, this is just nothing where we are at the moment. Now be careful, because this Bitcoin do a last push to the downside. We normally should do a push to the downside on the world market. Okay, so be careful with this. We cannot do it, but we can also do it. Okay, so that's why, because with the wave count at the moment, this is pretty crazy. That's not really, I mean, that's not really good boons, to be honest with you, because these are not really new longs opening here. So normally when we have this, we expect to take the low again or continue to move to the downside or some stuff like this. So Was it a good long to take here? Sometimes we don't have good data we want, and this was a long to take still, but in that case this is not a high probability trade because data are not following. So yes, we can do the move, but without data this is not really useful to take a trade, because normally you expect to not do this. So anyway, so yeah, these are the waves at the moment on SHIB. Now be careful with the correction. There is I think a lot of different possible counts. Okay, I just did this double XYXZ to the downside here, but there is a tons of possible counts here. The plan here, if I have to go more down, is to take the low, spend some time, or just to take the low really quickly, take the low, take the low here and pump it up. Okay, otherwise you can just take the low, spend some time into the trade here, and now we want to see then some bullish wave coming in. If we have this bullish wave, this is cool. For example, a leading, an impulsive, some few stuff like this. I mean, yeah, leading or an impulsive, by the way. If we do not do any of this, we can just look for lower, so just pick the monthly level here. And if we go to the monthly, that's going to be a really massive drop to the downside here. 70% bounce, drop here, dump. That really is going to be pretty crazy. This one is already pretty cool, with 33% move to the downside, so it's pretty nice. So yeah, this will be the big buy zone, okay, where we have to look for something to speak below the current low we have done. Otherwise we can look for the monthly here, okay, and better accurate targets for now if we do not break the high we have done, okay. The 100% extension and the 123 here. So yeah, that's all really on that one. And if we have to push high, of course we can add some maybe more confluence, so just to maybe not think about only a short here, for example, we can maybe add some more confluence here. I did folders here, created that, sorry. If we have to push high from here, we can play some fibs, of course. Okay, so here for example we have a possible weekly with 618, 66%, not the best one. If you place it like this, here we go. Now you have a nice zone of resistance. For example here, this one is going to be, I mean, we have a higher chance to get some reject, okay, around this target here. Why? Because we have a monthly level, a daily level, and a 618, 66%. That's pretty insane. We can also try to pull some few stuff like this, but I think it's going to be not really, you know, it's not good at all. Maybe we can also try to pull some array, so some lines. For example, to get maybe a support or something, to something like this. All right, we have. If we start breaking this is really not good, to be honest with you. Really have to reclaim, yeah, we have to reclaim after that. Otherwise can look for lower. I mean, not really relevant one, to be honest, this one, so nothing crazy. Maybe if you pull a range like this, I can catch the low, perfect, and we place that on the top. Maybe we can find some more confluence. Here we go. As you can see here, if we have to push high, we have a nice, it depends how fast we go here, but we have the middle of the range that is in confluence with all of these monthly, daily zone we plan here. So this is a really nice zone where we can plan a short. Now all depends on the data we're going to get here, okay, all depends on the data we're going to get on the order flow, and we're going to be here. All depends on the wave count before, of course, extra. Yeah, we have this more weakness to push here, but I mean there are still some there are still some longs coming in here, but this is not a crazy move to the upside. This is more a fake move to the upside, but sometimes if we have the demand, we have demand more. If I'm mistaken, the monthly is not really tapped here, it's not really hit, so yeah, nothing really crazy. Anyway, so yeah, that's already for SHIB, I think. Now we have the planet targets if we have to go more down, so that's pretty cool. We know what we can expect here. I mean, this is what I'm going to look at clearly. And I'm just waiting because I didn't update this wave count simply because I was just waiting for bullish wave to come, and it's just so long, so I'm updating that a bit, you know, to get some better targets a bit below here. Now this range we just went through right now, but as you can see here, for example, that was a nice confluence to buy here, for example, with the monthly more of this, that helped maybe to time also your entry, for example. This can be good. Okay, so yeah, and here on Bitcoin right now I'm more looking for some 5 ways like this. Now be careful because we were talking about the 5 minute here, so it's pretty low time frames. right here. Okay, some 5 ways like that. We have done a nice 5 ways to the upside, to be honest with you, and now we just have to put the field from the high to the low. And with the statistics, by the way, we're in between already the 56.8 here, but with the statistics we have more chance, to retrace between the 50 and 6.8. So you can see we got a bounce here. Now if we start getting some more longs, some few stuff like this, is pretty cool. Or if we start to get a big weakness to go down, and then new longs coming in, because for now this kind of move here is not classed as bullish at all, but really not bullish here. We do not have longs opening here into the move to the upside, so this is not a strong move to the upside. So that's not really the best move to the upside. Now sometimes, I said, we do not have data, but we still do the move, and with that we cannot really predict it. But anyway, so this normally is a target we'll have to look at, maybe more the 6.8, 66%, because between the 50 and 6.8 we have more chance to touch that one, but sometimes we also go on this one. And the premise we do not have a lot of confidence except the monthly level here, so we have to hold this monthly level here, otherwise this is not really cool. Yeah, otherwise we can maybe add also the 70x6 here, that is also a nice target. Sorry. So the level below here, but we do not have a lot of confidence with us. That's why this is a bit of prime. Or we can do a big wave 1, wave 2, almost a double bottom again to backtest the weekly here. Okay, not right there, by the way, right here, the weekly here, and then finally move it to the upside. But bit of weakness to go down now. So if you start getting absorption extra, this can be a possible long. Now we do not have the absorption, so for now nothing crazy. Anyway, by the way, if you have any questions, do not hesitate. I can answer you in the chat, or by the way here, I'm going to answer you here, by the way, with my voice. All right. So yeah, I think that we are good with SHIB. We are good now. We know what we can expect next, where we can look for a buy. So these are really big buy zones, I know, but the problem is with the wave count we have the moment, with the correction we have to the downside here, this is really terrible. And we do not have, it's really, we have a big gap. We do not have big support below here. So we really look at the extension targets step by step. If we see the direction we want, so we reclaim directly after that, we get some bullish waves, right? So this is good to buy, otherwise we can look for the next target and look for the next target and look for the next target. Okay. So anyway, I do not see any questions coming in. So I think that we are good for today. Yeah. All right. So yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button, and yeah, let's see how it plays out. Clearly, this SHIB count here. Excited to see how it plays out, if these targets are going to be respected or not. Normally it should be, because that's a triple way like this. Normally it should be respected if I have to go down. Now we'll see if it is or not. So anyway, I'm looking for a possible long here if data want, otherwise I'm just waiting for something low and on this one. But anyway, so yeah, hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and yeah, if you want to write something in the chat, you can absolutely. If you want to write a comment, if you want to share this video so you can buy everyone some SHIB in these targets. no. But if you want to share this content, you can absolutely. If you want to join the Discord server, you can absolutely too. It's free. You have all of these channels here on the Discord server. I'm updating a bit for you. I mean, these days daily, I'm updating daily Bitcoin. I'm sending you also some few targets. For example, here is the low we have done on Bitcoin. Of course, you have to add a bit more of confidence. You have to do a bit more of your own TA to find some more stuff on the lows. I mean, on the targets I plan. For example, here the first one we got a monthly below. We was aware of that with VIPs. Was more looking to take the previous low than to stop exactly on the 100% of this target here. Okay. And at the end, we went on below that one. We went on the weekly level. Okay, so that's why you have to add a bit more of confidence. It depends. These days, you put a bit more confidence. Sometimes it's an exact touch on that. It depends. But anyway, so if you want to join, feel free. The link is normally right below in the description if I'm mistaken. Let me check that. Yeah, it's in the description, by the way. So yeah, anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Take care of you. And if you have still some questions, if you watch this later, for example, if you want to ask me a question, you can absolutely just join the Discord server and pin me on the Discord server. I'm going to answer in the chat here, for example, Bitcoin chat here. You can tag me, I'm going to answer your questions. So anyway, take care, have a brilliant day, and let's see how this SHIB count plays out. Cheers.
Yo me la llevo pa' Londres, hospital semanal. Qué rico por virtud, el dinero ya no es nada. Vamos a darle de ladito sudando, no voy a parar. Ella quiere estar conmigo, aquí se la vive real. Y se lo hago rico, rico. Me gusta ese culito apretadito porque está bien rico, rico. Baby, si te lo quitas, me lo quito. Apretadito, apretadito. Bailamos reggaetón apretadito, apretadito, apretadito más. Bien pegados los dos hermanos.